I'm David Piper. I'm the Global Ambassador for Hendricks Gin.
First question I just want to ask really is, why are you getting a black cab today?
Actually, I'm just picking up a new suit from a tailor called Jonathan Queerney.
And what makes you go, why'd you go to that particular tailor for your suits? What does he do that's special?
I've known Johnny for quite a long time.
Right.
And it's something we always talked about doing together. So I knew I'd get something very good, but also with somebody that understand it's a very personal thing, and it's the first time I've had something made for me on this sort of level of expertise.
So tell me a bit more about what your job involves.
It's sort of a whirlwind mishmash of all sorts of different things. There's a lot of travelling all over the world, educating people about gin in general and how it's made, about Hendricks in particular, and the unusual ways in which we make it, and the fairly ridiculous lengths that we go to in order to do that just right.
So what is special about Hendricks gin then?
It's made on two different types of still. Instead of having the botanicals, which are sort of the balance of which is everything in gin, instead of having them sort of in the alcohol, then that whole mixture being heated up and distilled, we have the botanicals in a copper basket, and the alcohol passes through it after it's been heated up, so it has its vapor.
Right.
So it's really hot and really high strength alcohol as well. So it sort of extracts from the same botanicals quite different sets of flavours. So it's about balancing the botanicals in each, and then bringing them together. And then we add distilled essences of rose and cucumber after that as well, which give it sort of smoothness, an uplift, a little brightness, a little floral note, and that's the reason as well.
Now, is that unique to your gin, is it?
Absolutely. The family that owns Hendricks has first started distilling in the 1880s, and then our still is from 1865.
Okay.
It's an incredible, beautiful little sort of piece of copper. That's survived that long and makes incredible stuff. So it's a time period that we're very fond of.
So outside of obviously the gin brand that you work for, is there another gin that is your particular favourite that you'd pick out?
I drink a lot of dry martinis.
Right.
It's something that's maybe not quite as fashionable now, but you go back through the history of that drink and people go absolutely crazy for what they want out of their particular preferred martini, and it has to be right. And there's more passion about that cocktail than that you see for anything else similar. And there's the reason for that is because there's something quite magical about it. Like it's just gin and vermouth stirred over ice. It's two ingredients, and depending on how you like it, it's normally mostly gin. And it is very strong, but when it's done right, there's something sort of almost beyond words about how magical I find it, and other people do as well. It works best for me at about 6 o'clock in the evening, sitting at the bar in a bar that's like comfortable and nice, and it's sort of the passage between daytime and night.
Yeah. So what made you get into gin, and how did you get into this job in the first place?
So Hendricks was first produced in 1999, but it didn't launch officially in London until 2003, and that's when it got involved. I was performing as a compere master of ceremonies at the very first of the new burlesque nights that were just happening then, and then we found an affinity, and next thing I know, I was making 3 nonsensical Victorian bicycle contraptions to ride around and sort of the boat race or places like that. and it just went on from there. So
That's amazing.
every year as it got a bit bigger, they'd come back and ask me for more ideas, and I'd say steam-powered cocktail shaker, and they'd say yeah. So it's sort of, as I was doing my own things, there was always this affinity with the brand and everything like that, and I've always loved gin, so it sort of grew and grew and grew from there. I'm very, very lucky. It's sort of one-off, one in a million job.
Absolutely.
It's perfect for me, and I managed to find.
Well, thank you very much for taking part. It's been a pleasure chatting to you.
Likewise, thank you.
Cheers. Thanks for watching The Gentleman Cabbie. Click the videos to see more great interviews, and don't forget to subscribe.